Hi, I'm Gregory Paolini, and in this episode of Table Saw Techniques, I'm going to show you how to use your SawStop as a jointer. So stick around. To properly, and more importantly, safely rip wood to width, you need to have straight edges to start with. And you could do this on a jointer, but if you have a wavy edge like this, that's going to take forever on a jointer. But it's really quick and easy to do on the SawStop. So let me show you how to do that. So this particular board has a rough edge from the sawmill and a live edge remaining on it. Rather than go through the trouble of jointing this wavy edge in order to create a straight edge to rip from, I'm just going to use a temporary straight edge. And for my temporary straight edge, I'm using a piece of 1/8 inch thick hardboard. You could use plywood too. It doesn't matter exactly how wide the plywood or the hardboard is, as long as it's at least as long as the rough-edged lumber, and wide enough to cover a portion of the board and extend over the edge. So I'm just going to position this temporary guide so that it overhangs the rough edge and leaves enough material over here for me to cut away. That's it. Now we'll just secure it in place. You don't want any possibility of the guide moving during the cut, so it's really important to secure it well. Some folks use double-sided tape, but I prefer to shoot a few 23 gauge pins into place. That really makes sure that the guide is secured well. The 23 gauge pins that this pin nailer shoots are so small you won't even see the hole from them when they're removed. It'll look like part of the grain. Now simply set your rip fence the same distance as from the edge of the guide board to the position you want to cut on the rough lumber. In this case, I'm looking at 16 inches. Now I'm able to make a very safe and controlled cut, because I'm referencing the straight edge of the guide board against the rip fence, providing a solid and consistent surface to guide the cut. The guide board pulls away from the lumber easily. And there's our straight edge. With the guide board removed, the heads of the pins stick out, and I can just remove those with pliers. There we go. That's the last one. And that's how simple it is to joint a straight edge onto a board using your SawStop. Be sure to join me again for another episode of Table Saw Techniques.